And I think that whenever it is that you are at a crossroad in life, and there's like some sort of confusion, you feel very, it's very easy for you to go with the flow and to follow your soul, to follow that, like not even your soul, but it's that drive, that life force that's inside of you, that passionate energy to make a decision. You always follow your passionate energy, that creative life force energy to go forward and make a decision in life. You don't make decisions out of fear. You flow. This is what allows you to flow and to move through life with ease. And there is something about you that represents perfection. So maybe you are just like very physically beautiful or like a physical ideal in some way. So maybe physically you're just like a lot of people's physical ideal. Like, oh my God, you are just so handsome, beautiful. Your body, just the way it looks, could be very whatever. It could be curvy, it could be whatever shape it is. It just seems to be very objectively beautiful, in the eyes of the world, even. But also, there's something about you that makes you like the ideal lover, the ideal partner, that people find you to be perfect. Like, there's something about you that represents perfection. This reminds me of Venus energy. So you could be a Libra or Taurus or have that shown in your chart, but maybe you're really like dress nice or take care of yourself, take care of your body, like the way you smell good. You the way you present yourself and your physical appearance is, you're well groomed, you're taken care of, you dress well, you match your outfits, you care about how you present yourself to the world. And this is something that people are really drawn to and think that you do in fact look very physically beautiful. Um there's like an air of perfection to you. And I think it's obviously perfect is not a thing, like that doesn't actually exist. No one's ever perfect. But I think maybe you have had people tell you that you're perfect. Even though you're like, okay, obviously I'm not perfect. I have faults and flaws, but in other people's eyes, they view you as something about you seems perfect. Maybe it has to do with how confident and secure you are within yourself, because this is the root chakra, which is about foundations and self, and it's about like security, stability, physically and financially, and all those things, like meeting your basic needs. But this is reminding me of like you being secure and solid within yourself, and you have so much confidence in yourself. And it's not even so much like how your body looks and physically how you look, which I do think that you are very beautiful. But like even if you're not like where you want to be, physically. I feel like the way you carry yourself is really, really confident and secure in yourself. And that is what makes you seem so perfect and so ideal. Okay, so Venus, that's a confirmation that what I was saying is true. And this is Libra and Taurus energy. This is Sagittarius energy. But what makes you, yeah, is this free flowing energy, this free spirited nature. Um, You could have Libra rules the butt. Like I think it's like the upper thighs and the butt area. So you could like it's said like have really nice thighs, really nice ass, in whatever way, shape, or form. It's just nice, and that makes you really hot and attractive to other people. And also this energy, this Venus energy. You're beautiful, you're harmonious, you're romantic, charming, you're sensual. You like luxury and the finer things in life. You like quality things. You have good taste. You have high standards. You don't settle. You know your worth. Um, you're very attractive, like genuinely physically. And whatever it is that you're drawn to, like your lifestyle, like things that give you pleasure and warmth and comfort, those are things that make you attractive as well. An attractive partner for sure. Because you are very loving and romantic and just like feminine. You have a lot of feminine energy, whether you're a guy or a girl. With the ninth house of seeking, it's like you're a truth seeker. You're always seeking a higher truth, a higher knowledge. But this is also about flowing and going with the flow and travel. It's like this travel energy, free spirited energy, being very independent and kind of non committal. And just always wanting to explore and go and expand and grow as a person, or grow your life, or just try new things, take risks, go on adventures. You're very spontaneous. You have this almost untamable energy. Like you can't be tied down, you can't be tamed, you can't be claimed. You're just this free horse that just wants to, or a free bird that just wants to fly free. That's your energy, and that's very attractive because you just seem very empowered and independent, and like sure of yourself and sure of your dreams, sure of where you're going. And whenever you're confused at where you're going, you always just tune into your passion, and you're like, yes, I'm going to follow my, yeah, it's this like Sean Sagittarius energy. Like, I'm going to follow what feels true to my soul. I'm going to follow what makes me excited, what makes me happy, what brings passion into my life. That's the route I'm going to take. That's where I'm going to go. And that's kind of like, when you talk to people, or whenever you engage in certain types of activities with people, you have this energy that comes forth. It's just very passionate and exciting and um, inspiring and motivating. And people like to listen to you talk and express yourself because you are so energetic and persuasive, even, and just like charming, personable. You know how to excite people. You have a voice. You have power in your voice. You have power behind your voice. It's very passionate. It's not monotone. It's not dull. It's not boring. So it's just the way you express yourself, even. You seem to have a lot of experience. You seem to have a lot of wisdom. Like you've tried a lot of things. You've been to a lot of places. Maybe that's what this ninth house is telling me, is that you are well traveled. Like you've seen different parts of the world. There's a passport on here. There's a camel. Maybe you've been to Egypt. There's a whole bunch of maps in here. There's a waterfall. There's looks like a jungle. So I just feel like you've been around the world. You've seen some things. You've seen some places. You've gained new perspectives. You've gained wisdom because of those new perspectives. From and doesn't have to be like you traveled the world. It can be that you're just well traveled. Like you're familiar with different cultures, languages, ethnicities, um, just ways of thinking, religions, maybe, philosophies. You're open minded. You're open to learning new things constantly. You're always not on the go, but you're always down for an exploration, an adventure. Like, even if it's local, you're about going out there and seeing things and experiencing life. And the sense of adventure and the spirit that you have, this energy that you have to go, is so attractive. It's like people want to hang out with you and go because you bring so much fun and excitement, and you're playful, you're youthful, you know how to have a good time. And then we also have this disciplined energy. So it's like you do, though, stay true to your goals. Like whenever it is that you decide on something, you are disciplined in getting that done, and you invest the time and energy and effort. Emotional and sensitive. We have spiritual. So people really are attracted to your spirituality. If you do have like a spiritual perspectives and beliefs, um, or even just maybe how you're able to just go with the flow and be so free spirited. Maybe that is something that people really admire about you, and it's very attractive. Um, yeah, emotional sensitive. This is that water energy. It's just a very, and also the Venus energy is just a very connected, emotionally in tune, intuitive, like your intuitive nature. It's that following your deeper truth to make decisions and to go through life. That when you have an idea or a dream or a goal, you know how to bring it down to earth and manifest it into form. You know how to ground it. I kind of feel like people have offered you their cup of love a lot of times in life, and you have had to reject a lot of people. Like, you know what you want, you know what you're looking for, and you're not going to accept it unless it's something that you know is worth your time. Because you are so hard to pin down, so hard to tie down, I guess. You would never want to be in a relationship with someone, or maybe you are already in a relationship, but I don't think that you would be happy in a relationship where somebody would hold you back and you wouldn't be able to be free, to express yourself, to do the things that you want to do, to travel, to go your own flow. Um, like you couldn't live by some rules and structures and routines, that really don't align with you and you're not passionate about. Like, dullness and boredom is a huge thing for you. Being bored, life being dull, it's like doesn't appeal to you at all. And whenever situations arise like that, you're like not about that. And maybe people have offered you their love and like wanting to be your friend, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your partner, your business partner, like whatever. People have wanted to have relationships with you in whatever way, shape, or form, and you have declined a lot of offers because you have such high standards and you don't want to just be friends with anyone. You don't want to just give your energy to anyone. You're very particular about that. You could know a lot about a certain subject, like this says law on there, so you could be really involved in the legal system or law, or just like into legal matters, just really well versed in that area, or do that for a living, which people find very attractive, especially if you are a woman like this woman on this picture here. But with law being there and with this being the justice card, you want everything to be fair. You always want everything to be balanced and fair and not give more than you're getting back. You have a very idealistic view on relationships, I think. You want relationships to be perfect. You have this ideal, romantic, almost fairy tale like vision of a relationship. Of like, this is my perfect partner, this is my perfect relationship, my perfect life, my dream life, even. This is what I want, and I'm not going to stop until I get that. And you don't settle for people who aren't going to provide that for you, who don't fulfill that vision for you. And then we have the Page of Wands, more of that free spirited Sagittarius energy. You're an explorer, you're a traveler, you have a lot of options in life, I feel. You have a lot of options in what you can have, who you can be, the gifts that you have. You're multifaceted, I feel. And you have a lot of gifts, right? The Seven of Cups, a lot of gifts, a lot of creative abilities, a lot of talents, and you're very free to explore them. You're like, okay, you're an explorer. You take a chance. You go after what makes you happy, what you want. You're very playful, useful, could be even childlike, but very adventurous and just ready to go whenever life calls you, or whenever someone calls you and says like, hey, you wanna do this. Just very spontaneous, like, hey, you want to go grab a coffee, and you like absolutely were not planning on leaving the house, but somebody calls you and asks you to go grab a coffee. You're like, "Ooh, that's fun! Like that's an adventure." I know this is like the lamest like adventure. It's not lame, but I'm just saying, like it was a bad example. Maybe they're like, "Hey, you want to go take a drive into the mountains?" I don't know. I'm just saying that because I'm staring at the mountains right now, but I'm really bad with examples. You want to go grab a drink, you want to go whatever, and you plan on staying in the whole night, and somebody calls you with an adventure. Even if, like, I guess my point is that even if the adventure isn't like a huge adventure, it's just going to a grocery store, it's going to a coffee shop. It doesn't have to be huge, but you're down. You're like, yeah, let's go. Let's go. It's a new life experience. Let's go in and do it. Even though it could sound like the most mundane activity to most people, you want to do it. It's like a new activity. It's like something that you can do and experience life. And I think whenever you do go to these experiences, you're not there being dull and bored and boring, but you're like, ooh, this is a new adventure. And you're passionate about it. Like whatever it is that you do, you have passion for it because you're just all about like adventures and enjoying your life. That's like the main message that's coming through, really strong. She might also have toned arms. That's really sexy. We have broad shoulders. Yeah, just as I'm talking about your arms. You could have broad shoulders, average height. We have athletic. So you have like an athletic, yeah, it's kind of like with this girl here. You have an athletic build and athletic body. Maybe you like to do athletic things like sports, working out. Cute and pretty face. So you have a cute face, shorter hair. Your hair is cute, or maybe when you wear your hair up in a bun or short, it's really cute. Or you have short hair, or if you're a guy and you have short hair. Or you have like a natural look to you, a natural vibe. It's very like flowy, organic. We have piercings. We have nice chest. So you'd have nice boobies, nice chest area, nice pecs. They could be nice and muscular if you're a guy, or just a nice area there. And we have straight hair. So there's something about your hair that is really attractive. All right, pile one. So I think that's all I have for you. I really hope that this reading resonated with you and it gave you insight into what makes you so hot, sexy, and attractive. If you enjoyed it, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And I wish you all the best on your journey. And I hope to see you in my next video. Bye. Hi, Pile 2. Welcome to your reading. So, if you chose this purple sparkle quartz, this is going to be a reading all about what makes you so hot and attractive, what makes you so sexy. So, we have this card here. We're going to pull some more oracle cards and some tarot cards, and then also some physical characteristics and personality traits just to see what about you is so attractive. So, for this card here, you chose read number 42, and this girl is here really immersed in this book and really enjoying it looks like. So what I'm getting from this card just alone that you chose this and this is what you were attracted to and resonated with you is that maybe you are very intellectual and intelligent or really like to seek knowledge, or maybe you have just a really overactive mind, or just a mind that needs to be stimulated. So you have a very expansive mind. You're constantly thinking, and it's deep. Like, you have a deeper mind, more intellectual, and you like to have maybe deeper conversations, or maybe you're very imaginative. Or you like to dream away, you like to get lost in stories, or just simply learning knowledge and seeking information and doing research. So that could be something that is very attractive about you. I think it's just your mind, and maybe even the things that you like to do. So your hobbies. So like the fact that you like to read could be very sexy to some people, especially people who are sexually interested in you or romantically interested in you. I think that is something that they find to be very attractive. um, is your either your knowledge base, your intellectual capacity, your mental capacity to connect with people, even just like how you can stimulate people's minds, and also just the fact that you like to read. Um, Also, I think you're really beautiful eyes. Your eyes seem very piercing, and they could, if this girl has blue eyes, they could be blue. Your blue eyes could be beautiful, or just overall the shape of your eyes, just your eyes, very focused, very mesmerizing. Okay, let's see. Pile 2. What makes them so hot and attractive? What makes pile 2 so hot and attractive? So 2 cards come out. I just want one card. So we have a door to value. Okay, strategy. This is one of the cards that fell out. So this obviously wanted to be here. Door to value. So maybe you're the type of person that really likes to learn new skills and read up on new things so that you can make more money. And you like strategize on how you can do that. How can I make more money? How can I elevate in my career? How can I have more financial stability, more wealth, more prosperity? How can I become more abundant? And you really learn about that and invest the time and energy into building your life, building your wealth. You can also be just very financially abundant, or have a really good career, and that is something that people find sexy about you, makes you hot. You seem very valuable to people, though. Like, you have a lot of value, whether that is financial, and like you just have a lot of money and because of that, but also I think your value as a person. Like, they value you as a person, they value your knowledge, they value what you have to say, the insights that you have when you share what it is that you've learned. People really value that. We have soulmates. Whoa. Okay. Perception. I think a lot of people have a perception of you that you are maybe their soulmate. Like, especially we're talking about like romantically, sexually, like when people are interested in you, you give off a vibe. You give off a vibe where they feel deeply connected to you, to where people maybe suspect that you could be their soulmate. You give off those vibes where like you are deep, right? Like, you're deeper, you're intellectual, you have a deep mind. So you can talk to people on that level where it's not just like surface. And so you're able to help people access a deeper part of themselves. And they feel comfortable with you talking to you, right? There's a sense of comfort, like they know you. There's a sense of familiarity. And so, maybe people are like, oh my God, this person's meant to be in my life. Pile 2 is Could even be like my soulmate, my soul sister, my soul brother. Um, this person is an important. They, at the very least, you seem to play a very important role in people's lives to where you really impact their lives in a positive way. Yeah. Yeah, you impact people in a very positive way. They value you a lot. They really value you as a partner, a friend, person in their life. They have a very positive perception of you. They love you. A lot of people love you. Yeah, a lot of people love you. Okay, we have Saturn with wisdom. There you go. There's that wisdom. You seem like an old soul, like a wise soul, an older soul. You have this innate knowledge, insight, wisdom that you carry with you that people. Yeah, look, you chose the purple sparkle quartz, representing the crown chakra, the third eye, just a lot of spiritual wisdom or any kind of wisdom really, like from life experience. And this is why people were like with the soulmate card coming out, like I'm genuinely feeling that um people really feel connected to you on a deep level. Like obviously you have your own little group, like your own soulmate group, and those people really view you in that way. But I just feel like you have this effect on people wherever you meet them. It's you're able to relate to them in a way that almost wakes up their own truth. Like it connects with them on a soul level. You're able to connect with people on a soul level and it resonates with people. Like the things you say and how you approach them and how you talk to them, it wakes up like their own inner wisdom and it resonates with them on a soul level instead of like resonating with people on a superficial level, intellectual, like intellectually as well, but resonating with people on the level of gossip or venting or complaining or um whatever, however people connect. I feel like you go straight to the source. You go straight to like we're going deep, and it just like people are just like kind of caught off guard and like, wow, okay, why do I feel so good about this conversation? Why am I accessing parts of myself that I haven't had a chance to really access before? There's parts of me that are waking up that I didn't know were there. It's like that's the effect you have on people. You have this deep wisdom, this old ancient wisdom, because you're an old soul. You've had many lives, many lifetimes. Maybe you make money from your wisdom. Maybe you're like a teacher or yeah, like you do share and spread your knowledge and you make money from that and people think that's really sexy and attractive that you make money from like your what you know. Okay, let's get some personality traits. So what makes Hannah Truman so hot and sexy? Maybe it's just really easy for you to make money as well, really easy to manifest financial wealth. We have charismatic. You have a good personality. It's easy to talk to you. Yeah. Talkative, communicative. Okay, yeah, you definitely share what you know. It's easy for you to connect with people. Sorry. You're free spirited. We have curious. Yeah, you're always wanting to gain more knowledge and gain deeper wisdom. Self-aware and conscious. Wow. Okay, so you're just like next level person, and that's really attractive. Um, so maybe your third eye is open, or you had like a spiritual awakening, and this is kind of the energy that you come from when you talk to people. I'm not getting too many like physical characteristics about you right now for what makes you so hot. I don't know why that is, but it's just not coming through right now. But it's mainly about your like your personality, I guess, your soul. What makes Pilot 2 so hot and attractive? We have death. There you go. You come through and you turn people's worlds upside down. It's the Scorpio card. So that transformation, death and rebirth. You have a very intense energy, very intense stare. You might have that scorpionic stare where you just, it's mesmerizing, it's hypnotizing. People can't get enough of it, but it's also intimidating and maybe like it scares people sometimes. But you have a gaze, you have a stare. There's something about your eyes that's really, really sexy. And it's almost like you draw people in, like you suck people in to your spell, I guess, kind of. I know it sounds bad, but like it's like, yeah, kind of that like witchy spiritual energy where people don't know why they're still drawn to you and so attracted to you. They just are. And especially with the Scorpio energy here, you just have this sexual aura about you. It is sexual. And it's unique, it's different, it's like unconventional, untraditional, it's very taboo. You go to those places that most people don't go. And I think you're very kinky as well, very freaky and kinky. Like when it comes to being in the bedroom, what makes you sexy and attractive is how you're so deep. Well, first of all, you're very deep and intense and sensual and very, like when people have, intimate relations with you, um, I think you bring forth a very intense energy, very emotionally connected to the person, some spiritual connection as well. And it's almost like that people become addicted to you or obsessed with you or fixated on you. It's very easy for people to become attached to you and obsessed with you because of this very magnetizing sexual energy that you have that people can't get enough of. It's intense, it's addictive, um, it's what's the word I'm looking for? Like it's dark, right? It's dark, it's bad, it's dirty, it's nasty. It's like the parts of people that they're scared, like people are scared to admit that they have, you bring it out in them and they like it because it's their truth. And you help them be themselves. You help people be themselves, especially in the bedroom. Like you are maybe freaky and kinky and like you do things that put people out of their comfort zone, but you own it so much, you do it so confidently that people are just like, oh my God, like I will do anything for you. And this is the obsessive quality. This is why maybe people think you're their soulmate because you connect with people so intensely and so deeply because it's just the energy that you have, especially if you have sex with them or you are intimate with them. They feel so connected to you because of your intense energy that they are like, oh my God, this person's my soulmate. And then they get maybe attached to you or obsessed with you. And you're like, no, 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 like, nah, trust me, we are not soulmates. And, people have a hard time letting you go. People have a hard time moving on from you because they feel this deep connection with you. But that's just kind of like what you do. That's kind of your energy. Like that's just, you're just able to connect with people like that. Unless, of course, you also feel mutually with them, then okay, they are your soulmate. But for a lot of them, I don't think that they are. They just think that they are. They have this false perception that you're everything to them, like for them. And then they come to an end, like these relationships come to an end for you. I think you've had to go through a lot of death and rebirth type of experiences, a lot of endings and beginnings, a lot of transformation, a lot of hardships, a lot of maybe actual death in your life with friends, family, whatever, but it's just a lot of painful endings, a lot of things not working out, a lot maybe childhood trauma and abuse where it was just very just dark, maybe like a darker childhood. There's just a lot of opportunities for transformation in your life, and that usually means pain, right? So you might have experienced a lot of pain and trauma because this is the journey, this is your journey, and you're here to transform and to gain in wisdom. Yeah, you might have had a lot of physical limitations in this life. setbacks, obstacles. And that's how you have to gain more wisdom, more knowledge. And then somehow you became wealthy, or like you are able to. Saturn, yeah, this is Capricorn energy. A diligent, you're a very hard worker, you're very diligent. You work until you have abundance flowing to you. So maybe these hardships in your life made you become a really hard worker to where you learn to provide for yourself. Here, what makes you hot and attractive? The Five of Wands. And I just feel like a lot of people fight over you, fight for you. There's a lot of competition for you, jealousy, um, maybe even like sexual tension that you create. People view you as a solid partner, somebody they'd want to spend their life with, um, a very stable, somebody they would want to have a family with, build wealth with, um, just have a life with. That's I feel like that's how people view you. And maybe you do have like this sense of abundance. Maybe you do have like a really nice home, nice car, just nice things. You have achieved things in your life where now you are able to have a quality life of luxury and having the nicer things in life, and this is something that makes you attractive. But you seem to be very independent in that because you're like this person's alone here. So maybe you did this all on your own. Maybe you achieved your success all on your own and without other people because you had no choice. We have the Three of Wands and the Knight of Wands. Yeah, you have a lot of sexy sexual energy coming through here. You're not afraid to go out of your comfort zone and to expand, to try new things, and to go after your passions and your dreams. I think people are very sexually attracted to you, physically attracted to you. You have that look, you have that stare that is very mesmerizing. You might have really beautiful hair. You might be more, this might not apply to everybody, but just more thin and petite, and that could be like your frame, and that's really attractive. You seem very confident in yourself, though. And you can have darker hair, like darker long hair. Let's see some physical characteristics. What makes Isle Street so hot and attractive? Okay, so light skin, dimples, good with their body, older, hot and sexy. There you go. It's an extra confirmation that you are, in fact, hot and sexy. We have full lips at the bottom, and then we also have distinct voice and beautiful eyes. So overall, I mean, yeah, beautiful eyes, full lips, dimples. So you have like a cute face. It's a you have a very attractive face. Your skin color is very nice and attractive. Maybe it glows. You're good with your body. So I mean, apply that how it resonates. I could definitely be in the bedroom. Like you know how to move your body. You're experienced. You know what you're doing. You're that deep kind of lover. Maybe you are older than most of the people that are attracted to you, so you tend to attract younger people to you. Maybe you come off just more wise, older, having wisdom. Maybe if you are young, you just still like whenever you start talking to people, they sense like this maturity from you, this life experience, wisdom. You have knowledge, yeah, you have things to share, you have life experience, or you have a deep mind. You have a deep mind where you have a lot of insight about things that people wouldn't expect that you have insight about, you know? It's like you throw them off because you just come off older than you are. Um, there could be something about your voice when you talk, talkative, communicative. So I think the way you express yourself could be very sexy to people. Your voice is very sexy. Maybe you know how to sing, or just the tone of your voice, the rhythm, and how your accent. It could be something to do with your accent, or just whatever it is about your voice. There's something about it that is attractive to people. You have beautiful eyes. So let's get one final card. Anything else about pile two that is hot and sexy? I just saw the death card again, that Scorpio energy. Um, if the Three of Swords and the Page of Swords, Five of Wands. I mean, I'm just getting from this is that you're a heartbreaker. Like I don't want to celebrate that because I don't think that that's a good thing. I don't think you go off purposely breaking hearts. I just think that people tend to fall in love with you really easily because you seem like their ideal partner and you have so much to offer. You have so much wisdom. They connect with you so deeply and intensely. They fall in love with you, and perhaps it doesn't work out, obviously, because they're not all your soulmates. So you have to break some hearts. And I think you have broken some hearts and you have cut off communication. But I think a lot of people like to watch you, they like to even spy on you. Maybe, yeah, there's just like a lot of conflict, gossip, competition, jealousy. People talk about you, people talk about you. And I think it's a result of you being so different and so unique and almost like powerful in your energy that people want, like a lot of people want a piece of you, like they want you. And you turn them down, you turn them down. But also with the Page of Swords, it's again this curious energy, this curious person who's an ever like a lifelong learner. You're just constantly learning, growing, communicating what you learned, so curious about things, so interested in reading books, knowledge. You're a very educated person, very knowledgeable. You have a lot. You're smart. You're intelligent. That's something that people, maybe there is a lot of competition in your work field or even in relationships. There's competition, you know, because people are jealous, and maybe other people are jealous of you because you take all the, like, let's say you're a girl, like girls would be jealous of you because you're getting all the guys or whatever, but you don't even want them. Um, or, vice versa, something like that. I know this sounds kind of like negative energy. And I would say just like don't let it get to your head, that that's how you are. That is the case for you. Like always stay humble and sensitive to other people, and their heart. Um, but obviously also stay true to yourself and don't settle with people that you know aren't meant for you. And don't lead them on, obviously. But anyway, this isn't about giving you advice. This is about telling you what makes you hot and attractive. So that is what makes you hot and attractive. Um, yeah, it seems like you are a very deep, intense, knowledgeable, wise, spiritual, old soul that people really resonate with. They resonate with your energy, they resonate with your wisdom, they resonate with what you have to say, the way you communicate it, the way you talk. And there seems to be a lot of people that want your attention. And maybe there has been people that who whose hearts you have broken because they thought you were the one for them, but it wasn't the case because of that intense energy, that energy that you have with them, that you are able to connect on that deeper level. Um, or maybe in some way, shape, or form, they were your soulmates because that's something that they had to go through, through your experience with them. But yeah, that's what I have for you, pile two. I really hope that that resonated with you and it was helpful. If it was, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And I will see you in my next video. Bye. Hi, Pile 3. Welcome to your reading. So, if you chose this pink sparkle quartz or this card, number 48, spend time with animals, then this is going to be a reading all about you and what makes you so hot and sexy and attractive. So, we're going to be pulling some more oracle cards, some physical traits, personality traits, and some tarot cards as well to get insight into what makes you so hot. So yeah, let's get into the reading. So this is the card that you were drawn to when you chose your pile, and there's a reason for it. So this is, like I said, number 48, spend time with animals. And there's a girl here sitting, and she's like Ace Ventura here with all of the animals surrounding her. So maybe you have a really warm presence and you really connect easily with animals. Like that's something that comes naturally to you and easily to you. And maybe like animals are really drawn to you, and that usually means that you have a really pure energy, you have a really good aura. Animals tend to sense energies very easily, and the fact that they are drawn to you would mean that you have a very healing, calm, peaceful, loving, um, kind of like high vibrational energy, or like where you can connect to that other realm, you know. And then we also had at the bottom for that one as I was shuffling is take a walk. So I just feel like you're very connected to nature, you're connected to animals. You tend to be more of a loner, or you like to spend a lot of time on your own, and all of these things are very attractive about you. You know, like other people find this very attractive, that um you just seem very welcoming and warm and inviting with your presence, and just the way that you are with animals. So you could work with animals, you could just be very connected to animals. You could be vegan or vegetarian as well. That also is something that people find attractive about you. So let's get some more cards. So Pile Free. What makes Pile Free so hot and sexy? Her blonde hair is really standing out to me. It's just very bright. So your hair, if you do have like bright blonde hair, that is something that people find really attractive. Or maybe your hair just shines really nicely, you know, the color of it. Or maybe even like how long it is. When you wear it down, your hair looks really nice. Obviously, that's if you're a girl. I guess could be if you're a guy too. Yeah. Okay, so we have workaholic on that one, and we have self-worth at the bottom. And with this workaholic card, I'm seeing a lot these little whatever these are painting. So maybe you're an artist or you like to paint pictures and you really dedicated to your work. I know workaholic has like a negative connotation, um, but maybe that just shows that you are very diligent and responsible and dedicated to your career. Maybe you do have a more creative um, career, or maybe you have your own business, or you do something on the side, like a side gig or a side project, or maybe just hobbies, even that you're really immersed in, you really like to indulge in. Okay, what makes Pile Free so hot and attractive? So we have number 41, seventh chakra, Archangel Uriel. Okay. And then we have rest and rejuvenation. You're giving me a very like calm and peaceful vibe. So I think just like that part of you just makes people really drawn to you and really attracted to you. Again, with like the blonde hair, so that people find it really hot, if that is obviously the case for you. But I'm also getting like your hair, whenever you wear it more like crazy and feral looking, if that's a possibility for you, it looks really sexy. Like when it's a little bit more crazy or not totally groomed and taken care of, it just looks a bit more messy and chaotic and feral. That is a good look on you. People really enjoy that. Um, you have like a more, I guess, like, what is it, like subdued look on your face, like a more maybe like I'm not really focused on other people type of look on your face. Like you're not so concerned about other people and who's around you. You're more just like in your own world, within yourself, in your own thoughts, in your own space, in your own presence, present with your surroundings, but you're not really like about other people or like, I don't know, I'm sensing you're just kind of to yourself. And that's like people can see that look in your face where you aren't concerned about things around you that much to where it kind of distracts you or takes over you. You're very good at maintaining your own space and your own energy and just kind of focusing on yourself. So it's almost like you don't really care about other, not that you don't care about other people. It's like you're not concerned about other people. And I think this makes people even more attracted to you because they're like, well, hello, over here, pay attention to me. I'm right here. And you're just like in your own bubble, in your own space. Because, like, even with this card, rest and rejuvenation, he's just like sitting there healing, focusing on his healing, meditating, focusing on his own energy, connecting with the universe. I think you're a very spiritual person. Like, you are very connected to the universe. You try to connect, you meditate, very in tune with your higher self, getting messages, downloads. Maybe that's why you have such a strong connection with animals and nature. And maybe you die, like maybe you do something like that for a living that has to do with that. Or like being a workaholic, it just shows that like you're not really concerned about other people so much as you are with like animals and your job, and kind of keeping to yourself and resting and taking your space and connecting with your like the universe and your soul, your intuition, journaling, meditating, just kind of like more introspective and introverted type of activity. So you're like an introvert is what I'm getting. And all of these things that I'm saying about you are things that are attractive about you. Okay, so these are sexy and attractive qualities and traits. I think people pick up on this about you, that this is how you are. You might not think people recognize this about you, but they do, and they actually are quite attracted to it. Okay, so we have eighth house of intimacy that came out. So that's the house of Scorpio. Um, Oh yeah, and then we have Pluto at the bottom with transformation. Yeah, there's this like deeper energy to you. Um, Definitely more inward. Like you, I feel like you turn inward to find answers. You're a very self-aware, self-reflective person. Um, there's a mystery to you with that Scorpio energy. You're mysterious. You're hard to figure out. You're deep. You have just a lot of layers to you that people can't quite pinpoint or like figure out. You're intense. There's like this intensity about you, and you're very sexually attractive. Like people are very sexually drawn to you. There's this, yeah, I feel like there's this sense of unknown to you. Like people, like you're hard to get to know. People have a hard time getting to know you. And maybe it's like being hard to get that's like attractive about that. That's what makes you so sexy. Is like you're just so hard to get. You're not like, okay, you really take your space. Oh my god, look, this just slipped over. Is there private? Yeah. I feel like you really take your space and you don't let people in. Like you don't let everybody in. You're very selective with who you share your energy and your time with, and like your vulnerability with. Like you don't open up easily about you have such depth. Like you have such deep intense emotions, thoughts, ideas. You just don't, you keep them to yourself. You don't really like let people know that. But everybody can sense that there's this depth to you. You just don't want to, you choose not to let people in. So maybe there is a sense of guardedness about you because you're like, nope, I'm just taking my space. I'm protecting my energy. My animals, I love them. Like they're my number one priority. I'm a little bit private, reserved. Yeah, you're private, you're reserved. And people find this very, like, you're mysterious. People find this really attractive. Especially like people who are, who would be romantically and sexually attracted to you. They're just like, you're hard to get. You're not easy. They have to work for you. People have to work for your attention, for time with you. You don't give in easily. Yeah. We have intellectual, so you have depth to you. You're not just an empty, superficial person. When people have a conversation with you, like there's meaning to it. Charismatic, affectionate. So I think this is like the side of you that when people are intimate with you, this is the side of you that they get to know and they really like it. And then we have naive. Maybe like the naive part is like you're naive to I think you're naive to believing or knowing that people actually notice this about you. Like maybe you're not aware that people see you in this way or that people are attracted to you. Yeah, that's what it is. It's like you're not aware that people are actually attracted to you. Like I think you're so much in your world and you're so self-focused right now. You know, we have self-worth here, so maybe you are on like focusing on self-love and building yourself connecting with yourself very much so that you are maybe in like hermit mode right now and you're taking your space from other people and you're really just focusing on those things that make you happy, like work, spirituality, meditating, nature, animals, your pets, you know, something like that. And maybe going into your own shadow. Maybe you're doing some shadow work, doing some healing work, Pluto with transformation, going deep into your unconscious patterns, whatever. Like you're doing your work, you're doing your healing, and you might be not aware that people are into you, they're attracted to you, they find you very charismatic, they find you to be very warm and like fun to talk to, but you give off this like very reserved and private energy, but like I don't want anyone talking to me, I don't want anyone in my life, but yet people are drawn to you, you know, and I don't think you're realizing that, or I don't think you're even realizing your magnetism. I don't think you're aware of your own magnetism and how sexy and hot and attractive you are, but you are. So let's get more messages here. What are people attracted to about you? What makes people so attracted to you? What about you is so sexy? I want this thing. What about pile three is so hot, sexy, and attractive? What do people find so sexy about pile three? Of the Ace of Pentacles. So, the Eight of Swords. I kind of think this is like a message for people try to give you offers and gifts and blessings. Like there's blessings around you that like people are trying to give you, but you're not seeing it because you're in your head and maybe you're living in some sort of fear or you have some blocks or limitations, and maybe that's why you are so isolating yourself from other people, is because you need to figure out what your blocks are, or you're trying to reconnect with yourself. And because you do maybe live with a lot of fear or just live with a lot of insecurity or anxiety, worrying about things. And that could be just like a tendency that you have. And, you know, there's blessings around you. The universe is trying to give you blessings. People are trying to come towards you, but it's almost like you're blocking that flow. So, what do people find attractive about pile three? What is it that's attractive about pile three? What is sexy, hot, and attractive? We have the Ten of Wands. I think that you, the Sun. I'm kind of sensing like you're undergoing like a new beginning in your life. Maybe you just started a new job. So maybe this is about like a new workplace where you just started a new job and you're not really fitting in yet. You're not really like you don't really know where you stand yet, and you're working really hard. You're just trying to you're training, you're learning all the new skills, you're trying to master it. That's why workaholic is here. Maybe you're just like working a lot, and you're not really feeling it yet. You're feeling like I need to keep to myself. I need to just not be so like you're just a little bit shy, or yeah, you're keeping to yourself. You're a bit more reserved, but people see you in a very positive light. People see you as the sun. People see you as very shining, very bright, very beautiful, very happy, magnetic, joyful. Like you bring good energy, and I think people see this in you, but you might not see it in yourself right now because you might be out of your comfort zone, or maybe it's not a new job. It's just you're in a new beginning in your life. You're starting something new, or there's an opportunity to start something new, and it's kind of holding you back maybe because you're going through some fears. There's some blocks that you have, and it's been exhausting. You're tired, but you're overcoming all of that with the sun. It's like this healing energy. So you're overcoming all of your own inner blocks and physical blocks so that you can have this new beginning. And you're doing a lot of healing work, and you're shining bright doing it. Like I think that people are seeing that you're healing, and you're elevating, and you're advancing, and you're evolving, you're growing, you're focusing on your happiness. You're a happier person overall. I think you bring a lot of light to people whenever you meet them, and they sense a warmth with you, and a confidence, like a sense of confidence. And like, I have been through a lot. I have been through a big transformation. I have surrendered over and over and over again, and I'm like at a good place within myself now. um because I have been addressing some of my fears with the Eight of Swords, and I have been letting go of these burdens that I'm carrying that aren't helping me on this new journey. And now I'm shining bright, and I'm happy, and I'm in my element, I'm in my energy, I'm in my power. Um, and people are also noticed. So there's a few stories here. Take whatever resonates, but I just feel like you've been through a journey, and now you have come out on top. You have reached a rainbow at the end, the rainbow at the end of the storm, the light at the end of the tunnel. And you have healed something, or you have accomplished something. You see something clearly. You are able to be your free, childlike, uninhibited self, your free, authentic self with this child just, being so vulnerable. So, yeah, I see like a transformation here with you, and people are definitely noticing it. Like you moved on from something that caused you a lot of conflict and pain, and you move towards more peace and calmness and mental health. Like maybe there were some problems with your mental health that you've really been focusing on resolving and fixing, and you finally reached a point where you can see clearly, and now you're just in your happy high vibration. And that whole thing about you is just very attractive and very sexy. Now this could be to a specific person in your life who has seen this transformation. It could be somebody that you're intimate with, or this could be just overall like people in your life who know you, or just people who meet you, and they kind of sense this energy from you, like everything that I've been talking about. um let's see what else. So what makes pile freeze so sexy and attractive?